After the Khmer Rouge ends in 1979, I I was a young girl and came back, and I knew I lost my father and two of my brothers, and I knew there was nothing. We came back to Phnom Penh with bare hand, but that was just a things. But because I know my uncle was a dance teacher, Cheng Pon, and a few of other brothers-in-law who also a dancer before the Khmer Rouge. So they came back. I see the sense of I felt like as a young child, I felt like there's a kind of sense of loss in some way. I mean, loss of things, one thing, but I think loss of soul is the other. That's what, like, kind of dries, and you feel like there's not a beauty around you. And my uncle, this is when we moved back to a small province called Kampong Thom. He started a dance group there, a theater, focusing more on theater, but there's a dancing, folk and classical as well. And I saw that, and that gave me like a sense of beauty, because I realized that knowing about Cambodian genocide was more about, as a child, more like about hungry, a feeling of wanting more food. I mean, that's horrible, for a young child. But then when after the war, what else? What else left? And seeing the dance performances and the establishment of a small community of dance troupe there, given me that sense that need to a sense of wanting to do it, wanting to become a dancer, wanting to continue on to do something with that, because of all of these people around me. They have a sense of reviving, the sense of wanting to help each other to create something. And so I started it there. I started dancing there at Kampong Thom, and then came to Phnom Penh and started dance school in '82. So that was a sense of wanting to feel beauty, I guess, to find beauty in me and in the world that I'm in during that time. Because you came back with a lot of loss, a lot of feeling lost, and then you to be able to find a whole. And I think dancing have given me that sense of togetherness and a sense of yes, there's beauty in our life. So that was a commitment. That was a big commitment to say that I will study dance. I will become a dancer, because my uncle, people around me are doing it. Although my father was not an artist, my mom is not an artist, but I have uncles and brother-in-laws who are dancers. And so Pauline started dancing, and I follow as well. But when you ask about the sun, is that I think it's a very important to define the beauty around you. And that was the time, I think, the time of after the war, all the teachers from the countryside who survived are coming back to Phnom Penh trying to teach. So the feel of that regenerated, not recreate, but re-establishing Cambodian art. And I was a young girl, and being that in a part of reviving Khmer art. And it gave me a very strong sense of commitments and obligation to become one. And I think I think that the situation that I'm in then, comparing to you, the student here in America, it's quite different. Their life is not as hard as my life, and and maybe the love for the art is also different. The passion for the art is different. The level of that, and how how, like I was mentioning about, you live in dance, and then like you breathe in it, every day. You sweat every day. 7 in the morning you do dancing, and so that's the life that most of my generation, as a dancer, Sopalin generation, were doing it, were a part of it. And I think we tell our student over here so that they can actually see as well. I think that's a one story that we can tell them. The commitment and the discipline in your art, it's important. I mean, you can love it. You can just say, okay, I love dancing. Can I dance? And that's okay. But commit to it. Commit to make it happen. Come every day. And then you go home. You rehearse yourself. To be able to give time to make time for yourself so that you can study dance. I think that's hard here. It's very difficult. Commitment like that, it's hard to find.